Hey y'all, welcome to Simple Conversations. This is KJ.
Hey, and it's Alice. So pause us for a minute, grab you something to drink, come back, sit down, and be a part of this conversation.
Because we have a lot to say. Welcome to Simple Conversations. Hey y'all, welcome back to Simple Conversations where grace meets strength. Hey Alice.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. It's good to see your face.
And yours. And happy belated birthday to you.
Thank you. And happy early birthday to you.
I know our viewers catch us right in the middle. Viewers, listeners, our listeners.
Our listeners.
Say viewers because I'm looking at you. Maybe that's why.
Maybe, yeah. Mm-hmm.
So,
although today would be a good day that they could see us because,
right.
You've always got your hair done.
Well, it's because it's short and I can't put it up in a knot because it's too short to knot up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, mine looks pretty good too for it to be a Monday.
Right?
Yeah. For our listeners, it actually is Monday, February 28th, 2022.
Second month down. Of 2022.
Yeah.
2222222.
Exactly. So.
All right. So what do you want to talk about today?
Well, since we're right in the middle of our birthdays, we might as well just go ahead and talk about that.
Let's talk about it.
Let's do.
It's my birthday. It's my birthday. Almost. So how do you like to celebrate your birthday?
So that's interesting because the way I've been celebrating my birthday has evolved over the years.
Okay.
So
I got it.
Yeah. It's funny because several years ago, I recognized that my family really didn't, growing up, there wasn't a big deal made around birthdays. And I don't really understand that because it's my day. I mean, does that make me narcissistic or self-centered? But like, it's my birthday. I want to have a party.
Okay.
Yes. So I decided for my 50th birthday, I was going to give myself a birthday party and I was going to make a big deal about my birthday, right? You came.
I did.
So, it was about the cake. It was about the friends. It was about doing something different with my friends. And so I've really embraced that.
Mm-hmm.
Now, that was 2020. And quickly after that, what happened?
Yeah.
So 2021 actually did have a wonderful birthday. I host a ladies retreat every year. Mm-hmm. And so I decided to do it on that weekend. However, I wasn't going to tell my friends that I was doing that, but then somebody let the cat out of the bag. Somebody by the name of Alice Ranker let the cat out of the bag. It told everybody that was my birthday.
Oh, didn't I bring little bundt cake things?
It was so good.
Little buntinis or something like they're
delicious. Whatever they were from that nothing but cake place.
Right.
So, but this year I decided I wanted to do something different. And so I just put out a mass text message to people and I decided I wanted to do something I'd never done before. But I wanted to get outside and I did not want it to be centered around food. And I wanted to move. And so I sent out the mass text message because I needed people to hold me accountable. So yeah. So I would definitely be there. So I went trail walking in the woods and it was so much fun.
Yeah. I wish I would have been able to join you for that one. I was not able to join that one.
Yeah. So, that's how this year I've already forgotten the question that you asked me.
How do you like to celebrate? You answered, you did good.
You
stayed the topic the whole time.
Yeah. So that's how I celebrated. But I will say that one of my friends had taken me to this new fabulous restaurant in Virginia Beach, and I wanted some of my friends to experience that. So then I had a little gathering on like Tuesday, the 22nd, like after my birthday, at this amazing restaurant in Virginia Beach, and you came, and there was 10 of us, and it was fun, but it was centered around food. But the food was amazing.
It was. Yeah. It was.
So,
No,
so that's how I celebrated this year's birthday. I turned 52. Wow.
No. Does it feel weird? Like I look in the mirror and I'm like, I don't feel 50. Like I'll be 51 next week. I think next week. I don't feel 51. Like when I think about what 51 should look like and feel like I don't feel like that.
You don't look like it either.
Thank you. I don't think you do either. Like, do you feel like that?
Honestly, so my son's birthday is 7 days after mine.
Huh?
And that's kind of when I felt like, oh my God, I have a 26-year-old son.
Yeah, that's my middle child, though. You know, like I have one older than that. Like my oldest grandson is 11. Like Rainey will be 12 this year.
Wow.
Right? Yeah.
So what are you going to do for your birthday?
I don't have any idea. I don't have a plan. Oh, I do. I do have a plan. I'm getting a massage on my birthday.
Oh, that's beautiful.
That's what I'm doing.
Tuesday night, we're going to take you to eat.
Oh, my mama's here. I'm at my mama's house today. So if the listeners hear my mama in the background, it's okay. She's like, I'm sorry. She's like, yo, you are.
No, don't be sorry.
My mom and my sisters are taking me to eat dinner on the Tuesday before my birthday.
I think so.
And she's making a face at me. She thinks so.
Okay. Where are y'all going?
I don't know. We usually don't tell the person that we're taking until they get there.
Oh, okay. I see.
Mm-hmm.
Can I just tell a secret?
Sure.
Usually one of your sisters texts me and asks me where they should take you for your birthday for dinner.
But because everybody has such a different palate, they never take me to the place that you suggest.
Oh.
Because I know they did that last year and we ended up going to PF Chang, which was not on your list. And I knew that when they said that they'd ask KJ, and I'm thinking, she didn't say this place. I mean, PF Chang is good.
It is good.
But nope. Anyway, yep.
Okay.
That's funny.
That is funny.
That's funny. Uh-huh.
And listen, really the only reason why people ask me places about food, just for as a disclaimer, is because first of all, I love food. And second of all, because I am a hairdresser and we talk a lot about restaurants and food as general topics of conversation in the salon. So
well, and you do a really good job of going to local places.
Yeah, I love that. I would much rather support someone who lives right in our community when I know that, when it's good and you've heard good things about it, sure, why not try it? So,
yeah, and I love that. That's why whenever we plan to go somewhere, I'm always like, well, you tell me where, like, because you pick, because I love that.
Yeah.
So
what is one of your best birthdays that you can ever remember?
One of my best birthdays. Oh gosh, let me think.
And why was it the best?
Well, the very first one that came to mind was probably my first surprise birthday party. That's funny that that's what popped into my mind. So I must have been 8 or 9, maybe.
Oh.
Little. And we still lived together as a family. And I had gone to my grandmother's house, I'm sure, which was now a ploy to get me out of the house. And when I came home, I feel like one of my sisters, she was walking distance away, and I feel like one of my sisters ran into the yard and like blindfolded me, I feel like. And when I went in the house, all my friends were there and there were balloons. And but what I remember the most, and there are pictures of this somewhere, but what I remember the most is that when all my guests left, my mom said, come here, let me show you something. And she had made 2 cherry cheesecakes, which was my favorite at the time. And they were in the back, like in the like laundry area, freezer, whatever space that was. And that was like the best thing. Like, that's funny that that's the one I remember.
That's interesting.
That's what comes to mind as
So how many surprise birthday parties have you had?
I think just 2. I think that one, and I think when I turned 30, Tim threw me a over the hill surprise birthday party. I know, when I turned 30. I guess it was funny to do that.
Okay.
I had just gotten pregnant with Alyssa. Like, I'm not sure I would have even known I was pregnant yet.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
I've never had a surprise birthday party.
Would you want one?
I'm not opposed to a surprise birthday party.
Okay. I don't love a surprise birthday party.
I mean, yeah, I'm not. I don't really love surprises. So don't be trying to throw me a surprise birthday party and then have to come up with a bunch of lies and a bunch of, crap that
I don't love the pressure of how I'm supposed to respond when I walk in the room and it's all like surprise. Like, I don't love that. That's not fun to me. I don't want that.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah, I don't want that.
It's a lot. For sure.
So let's talk about, so yesterday I went to lunch with, to celebrate my mom's birthday. So this month on Sunday, my mom turned 75. And while we were at lunch, I was thinking about our podcast and thinking about maybe we would talk about birthdays. And so I asked my mom in her 75 years, what would she say to a younger her? Like, what have you learned in this life that you would say to younger you? And it took her a minute, and she said, don't take things for granted.
I love that.
Have today, you are not promised it will be there tomorrow.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah, for sure. I thought that's definitely something we can all learn from.
So what would you tell your younger self?
What would I tell younger self? I would tell my younger self to ask more questions.
That's good.
Of myself, ask more questions. Of other people, ask more questions. Of organizations, ask more questions. And then I thought, like, in conflict, ask more questions instead of making more statements. Ask more questions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's
How about
good.
you? What would you tell a younger KJ?
When I think about that, I think about, well, that depends on what age.
Right.
Really, it depends on what age. But my very first thing that came to mind is being aware of the damage of beauty culture and diet culture.
Mm-hmm.
Just be aware of, yeah.
I agree with that. Let's think about at what age. So let me see. I don't know that I would tell little me anything other than don't lose that free spirit. Like, like little me, I have no issue with her whatsoever.
Yeah, I think with little me, I would say, you're allowed to dance.
Yeah,
you can dance. You can take up space. You can sing. You can skip. You can snap your fingers. Like, all of those things, those happy, joyful things are allowed.
Yeah, little me didn't know it wasn't allowed. Little me did all of that freely and never felt inhibited. Something happened different in my teen years for sure, which, we all go through that weird adolescent monkey phase. I think I would tell teen me, be patient. Everything doesn't happen to happen now, and you're okay. You're okay. You're okay. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's good.
Yeah, teen me went through a lot. Yeah. How about you, teen you? What would you tell teen?
I'd just go right back to that beauty and diet culture.
Yeah,
seriously. Yeah.
Early 20s, or not early 20s. Let's say early motherhood. What would you tell early mom, young mom?
Oh, to enjoy every moment.
Yeah.
Of motherhood, because The dishes will still be there.
Mhm.
Who cares if you've brushed your teeth? You know what I mean? Like, yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah, I think the same. Very task driven. I've always been task driven. So stopping to appreciate the small things was not something that I don't even think I was really aware of as a young mom. But I would say something I learned with the youngest of the grandchildren is the days may be long, but the years are short.
Yeah, it's so true.
And having that in mind would have been nice to reflect on, not get stuck in the weeds, keep the main thing, the things that we, I think, have to grow into. I would have liked to have someone telling me those things, and maybe they did, and I just wasn't listening or didn't hear it or wasn't in, the right season to let it sink in. I would like for younger me to know that.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
How
I think
about- go ahead.
getting back to our topic, my favorite birthday, I think, was the only birthday party that I remember as a child.
Okay.
And my
Remember how old you were?
mom, excuse me,
Do you remember how old you were?
10. I
Okay.
was 10. And yes, it was a party at the skating rink.
Oh,
So
love
that was fun. Yes, I remember the cake. I remember who was there. I remember, all of that. And that I broke my arm. I fell and broke my arm.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah, it's the only broken bone I've ever had. But I just felt special that my mom had planned that, gone out of her way, and that was my birthday.
I love that too. That was before they remodeled, wasn't it?
Yes.
I remember. Mhm.
Yes.
For our listeners, KJ and I actually went to the same skating rink. Again, we didn't know each other. Isn't that so funny?
That's so funny.
That was the thing to do. Like, there's a whole genre of music that when it comes on the radio, I'm like, that's skating rink music.
Yes, for sure.
Okay, I'm sorry I didn't ask you what was your favorite when you asked me what was mine. That was not nice.
That's
Okay.
all right.
So we talked about what we've learned. Okay, what would you say at this point in your life? What would have been your biggest regret? I asked my mom this question too. She couldn't think of a regret, which I think is pretty amazing. My sister at the table said that she should have partied more. So I'll take that to mean that she wished she would have celebrated more.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you think? Biggest regret?
When it comes to birthdays?
No, just life, what you've learned in your life.
Okay. Well, I'm going to keep it on topic, because I wish that I would have recognized much long ago that birthdays were important to people.
Okay.
And that the only way to make them important is to make them important.
Okay.
And so, especially like for my son.
All right.
Because I'll tell you, some of the things that have been shallow and don't mean a whole lot from other people that you really care about, that you want to love you on your birthday, that has been done to me, I have done to my son in the past. Yeah, I don't love that. And I've honestly just recognized that within the last 7 or 8 years.
Okay.
Yeah. So
I think too, though, I'm the grace extender over here because I like to see the other flip side of that. I think sometimes when we have that moment where we recognize a growth opportunity and we want to change it and we apologize for what we're responsible for, I think that makes a bigger impact than had we got it right all along.
Oh, I totally agree.
Yeah.
Absolutely agree. Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of a regret for myself. I don't know that I have a regret as well. It's my birthday when I wake up. That's always been my thing. It's my birthday when I wake up. if you are planning to celebrate my birthday, and I'm talking about my husband now, and you'll know that when I say the story, and you wait until on the way home to stop at the Hallmark store and buy me a card and bring it home at dinner, I don't love that. And that has caused many a bad birthdays for me in early marriage. It's not as big a deal now. I'm not really sure if I came to terms with it or if I don't know, like, but it's not as big a deal now. Anniversaries are not as big a deal now as they used to be. But it is still my birthday when I wake up. That's still a big deal to me. Like, it's on the calendar. It hasn't changed. It's the same day every year. It's not a surprise. It's not like, oh crap, I didn't know. It's like, it's my birthday when I wake up. Like, yeah, I'm still kind of that way. I don't let it ruin my whole day, but it is my birthday when I wake up, just like it's your birthday when you wake up.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Now, I will say I did have to learn that, I have 3 children, and so they each want to celebrate differently.
Oh, yes.
Like, even that, some want cake, some don't eat cake. Like, how we celebrate is very different. And that was a learning curve for sure. Yeah. Even as young ones, that was a learning curve. Who liked a big deal made about them, who didn't want a big deal made about them, made them very uncomfortable. Like, even with the grandchildren, like how they celebrate, is different.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'll never forget when my son Tucker had the courage to say, Mom, I don't want cake.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't love cake. Like, you love cake.
Mm-hmm.
So are we having cake because you want cake? Or, and so I was like, what? You don't like cake? You cannot be a child of mine.
Right? How do you have
cannot.
birthday? You don't eat cake. Like, it just
Cake?
feels wrong. It just feels wrong.
Chocolate cake? Like that. I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Mm-hmm.
we don't have cake on Tucker's birthday.
Does he get guacamole though?
What?
Does he get guacamole instead? Like, go eat Mexican? Like,
he eat Mexican, but if he ever eats guacamole, I would need 911.
Oh, really?
Oh, yes, he don't eat guacamole. No, he wants a brownie.
Oh,
so
okay.
He got a brownie. It used to be like a cookie cake, like a chocolate chip cookie
Mm-hmm.
cake. And now he loves like Ghirardelli brownies, and his daddy makes it for him, and his daddy writes happy birthday on it, and he blows a candle out. And of course, this year, because of COVID, we wouldn't let him blow it out. So I told him, take the candle out of, take it out of the brownie. Don't be like, spewing COVID on the brownie.
Oh, cooties everywhere. We don't want cooties.
Exactly.
Okay.
But he's a man now. He had to pinch it out with his fingers like he's.
Oh, right, because he's grown. He's grown.
Macho, yes.
Okay, so I asked my mom her greatest accomplishment, and she said the business that she had she would have seen as her greatest accomplishment. Definitely a huge accomplishment. So, what about you? What would you say at this point in life?
I mean, listen, sometimes I just can't even believe that I've been married like 30 years. As much as I love my husband, I mean, really, it's like, wow, we have stayed married for 30 years.
That's awesome.
That's freaking incredible. That's an accomplishment. And look, it really is an accomplishment coming from a divorced family.
Sure.
Coming from, yes.
Yeah.
Coming from a family who says, and I shouldn't say, like my grandmother, I mean, she was for marriage and she was not for divorce. Either one of my grandmothers, but my mom would be like, don't put up with nothing. And if it doesn't feel right, pack your mess and leave. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, that I've been married for 30 years.
I think there's truth in both those statements too.
Oh, I do too.
That I believe in marriage, and if it don't feel right, like, let's talk about this. Don't just tolerate it. Yeah.
And I should probably ask her as an adult woman, like, why, did that one not work out and that one? Right. But anyway, So I probably have a little bit better history, a better understanding of that. But anyway, so
Now,
is it
those
good?
are things that I have talked about with my mom, because she was married during my teen years, after her and my dad split, and for a short time. And like, I know the ins and outs of that one pretty much. And then her and Pop got married, and they were married until he passed. So I know the ins and outs of that one too, because I was there as an adult during that relationship. But yeah, so those are conversations that we've been able to have, which is good. Yeah.
So what's your greatest accomplishment?
I don't know. Okay. I'll say my greatest accomplishment is being able to take all of the things that were meant to keep me down or harm me, and use them as steps to not only better myself, but help other people.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's huge.
You know, if I think about an accomplishment, like, was that always intentional? No. Is it intentional now? Most definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so.
That's good.
Yeah, I would love to hear from our listeners. So when y'all comment, and by the way, we love your comments.
We
We
do.
read them. We comment back to you every time. And we would love to know, what would you tell younger you?
Yes.
And what would you say your biggest regret and your greatest accomplishments are?
And your favorite birthday?
Oh yeah, your favorite birthday memory for sure.
Yeah.
Tell
What's
us
your favorite birthday?
Mm-hmm. Tell us a story. We want to know the story.
Yeah, your favorite past birthday. So then to end this podcast, what would be my dream birthday?
Oh, I love that. Okay, what is your dream birthday?
What would be a day that just sounds lovely? Waking up and opening the windows and being right on the beach.
Mm-hmm. I was thinking the same thing, but I'm
having
doors.
Yeah, just open the door and you're right on the beach. Like, just step down 2 steps and you're on the beach. Salt
But not
air.
with 150-degree humidity rate.
Well, no, because my birthday's in February. So I love being at the beach when it's cold. There's just something, I just love that. I love to bundle up. I love going on the beach where you just like cold, but the salt air feels good. So have an amazing breakfast. Honestly, my dream birthday would be to not really have to get dressed, to just relax, but have some amazing food made for me. I'm on the ocean, maybe a massage, and just, a wonderful meal. And honestly, probably by myself.
Oh, okay.
Like, completely by myself. Yeah. That sounds dreamy.
I love it.
What would you do?
Very similar. I do want warmer weather though. I don't want hot weather, but I do want warmer weather, and I do want Timothy to be with me. And the massage sounds fabulous, and the good food sounds fabulous, and laying back in a chair and reading a book and listening to some great music that I can sing to, although I can't sing and read a book at the same time.
I was gonna say that's a lot.
I want all of that. Okay, I want all that. And then, like, I can say this because we have mostly female listeners anyway, but then I want to have really good sex because it's my birthday.
Okay.
It's my birthday.
Yep.
Yeah. That would be the best, like, birthday. And then I don't want to go home. I want to go to sleep there again.
Yes.
And not have to rush and pack and do any of that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes.
Love
that. Yeah,
that would be my best.
Good. It's been good.
I need to plan.
So listeners, we want to know your greatest accomplishment, your regret, your favorite birthday, and your dreamy birthday. Drop all that in the comment box.
I'll have to list that out, because if I were listening while I'm driving, I'd be like, what they say? What am I supposed to say?
Right. Yeah.
That's funny. All right. Well, thank you so much for listening to us talk about our birthdays and your birthdays and everybody's birthdays.
Love it.
Me too. Okay. Remember to like us, follow us, subscribe in all the places, and please give us a review, because when you do comments and reviews, it helps other people to find us in the algorithms that are out there. And please remember also to share us with your friends. You can do that through social media, or you can share the link, and they can listen on Spotify, iTunes, and our platform, which is Podbean.
That's it.
All right. Thanks for listening.
Thanks for listening.
Hey, you guys, we just want to say thank you today. We want to thank our listeners and those of you that have subscribed to the Simple Conversations podcast. Friends, thanks.